Hello, welcome to something nice. And we are back in Lost Cup with Mr. Shadowlord. Anton is, he's taken a couple of days off. Of course, kept the gang in the loop, and naturally, the most important member of the gang, Heidi, in the loop. Um, but he's taken a couple of days off for himself. Booked a nice little cabin out by Natural Bridge, very similar to ones he's done before, and decided to take a certain turquoise lady with him. Over the past 3 days, it's been a nice time seeing the local sights, even a bit of canoeing. It's been a fun time just to kind of go back to really his roots. Um, it's been a wonderful trip down memory lane for him, and well, a new trip of various fun activities for her. But it is now the fourth day of her stay, and it's been kind of a lounging day so far. It's probably like honestly, Anton's only probably up and out about an hour. So he's put on whatever coffee that needs to be put on. Food is on, and he's just kind of lounging in one of the chairs. The guitar he brought is brought over, kind of gets an idle strum as he's kind of waiting for the to hear that signature boom, the coffee thing to hit. And the cigarette's kind of in his mouth as he's just kind of idly fucking with one of the strings, tuning it back into place, just waiting for Maisie to ease out of her room, if anything. So probably some music, like the radio's on. That's that type of vibe.
You know what, screw it. We're gonna go for the graceless early morning look here. As he does ease up out of bed, probably braids her hair when she's sleeping, just because oh bless her, there's enough of it that if either one of you rolls over, she's gonna be like, oh God, why? So yeah, she'll come out with the hair still in the braids, and it really is the bare minimum clothes wise. It's I should probably. I mean, there are windows. Yeah, bare minimum. If she comes toddling out, kind of pulling some of the little flyaways that have happened in her sleep, and out of her face, like puh, puh. And yeah, considering that she doesn't usually sleep on this schedule, she's been comically bad at waking up. So it's just a drowsy, it's the hand waving the oh hi.
It just gives a smile over. Hi.
I just want you to know you're waves a hand twice as hot when there's the coffee beep.
I'm twice as hot when there's a coffee beep.
I heard the coffee beep means you made coffee, and that's hot.
Much appreciated. Gives a grin. It should be boiled. Yeah, takes a drag.
Did she just the toddle shuffle in and instead of just beaming straight for the coffee, actually toddles over and just bumps into him like doof. Hi.
Hi. You doing okay?
Mm-hmm.
Just gives a smirk over.
It is very fortunate that I have a very physically active job, but I'm still sore, and I blame you.
Well, today is our rest day, so.
Oh, rest day sounds good. I could go for rest day. Yeah.
Yeah, just gonna spend the last day just relaxing.
Oh,
Cabin
don't
is
say last day. That's the worst.
well, the fourth day then. Gives a smile.
Way better. Grinning.
You ease the guitar down on the chair, on the table or something.
So, how long for you of your life, or how words? So, for how much of your life have you been that guy at the party? Grinning
Uh,
as he sets down the guitar.
Not that often, actually, as much as you might think. A lot of my friends told me I should get into it, like but kind of never been that guy at the party sitting there with guitar, acting all cool. Nah, it's never my style.
Getting all the girls.
I mean, just gives a shrug. I did a couple of shows. People seem to like it. It was nothing serious. Never made any money. It was like stuff at like high school. But people told me I should have taken it up professionally.
Why didn't you?
It's just I don't know. Just had more pressing matters in mind.
I mean, thankfully, it feels like your impulse control has eroded some since then. So, maybe you could be one of those late discovered, I don't know, stars.
Why am I that good? It kind of raises an eyebrow.
I like it. Then again, I'm a
What?
sucker for a guitar.
Sure. And you're biased. So.
I am definitely biased. Definitely. Yep, nods. Just little.
You've been having
Finally,
a good. You've been having a good time aside from the physicality.
aside from it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would you want to take half the fun out of the picture?
Oh, he just like holds up his hands like, oh, okay, okay.
But yeah, it's almost like, I've been smiling and laughing and doing all that stuff because I'm having fun.
Shocking.
Crazy thought. I know.
I just wanted you to see a different side.
It would have been about twice as ironic if this had been like Roanoke and you were showing me all this cool stuff.
No, this is my place.
I like that better.
And considering this could be something that we indulge in every now and again, was sort of like a retreat.
So what you're telling me is that the annual vacation is definitely camping instead of the beach.
Oh, we could do the beach too.
She grins a bit, finally sways up and goes to like, okay, I should finally go for the coffee. Lets the arm slide back around. So just a stay in day today?
If that's what you want.
Okay. So you reach over and, go for the hand. Like, I'm taking this.
Was that what you want? You give like a very genuine like smile.
It's the darndest thing. We've been doing all this walking and all this hiking and all these tours, and my legs are just so tired that I thought, why not spend all of today on my back? So, you know. Finally snorts, like loses it right at the end.
Gets him.
Here, points at the guitar with the hand that is holding his hand. She's just taking this now. Like,
Mm-hmm. What you want me to do with that?
we'll first pick it up, and
Okay.
then it starts like pulling him over. Like, we're gonna go over this way, and there's a sitting in the living room, and we're gonna sit. This is a big cushy couch, and I have a coffee, and then you go right here, yoink, and you have a guitar. This is pretty ace. Just like, haha. You go right there.
Besides, I thought we could talk, and considering let's be real, we're dating. So, you know,
What a filthy word. Kind of grins over.
how
Totally
many
teasingly.
how many of the guys you jumped in around with did shit like this for you?
Oh, none of them.
Huh, there you go then.
Definitely nothing like this. It's not like you went to do the whole wallet flex of, oh, let's go to this fancy mountain resort or anything. No, you took me to your hometown. This is nice. I like it.
Good. I mean, I'd keep you here, but I think they'd worry more of after where you got for going.
I mean, eventually I'd, run out of food or something.
Oh no, I could keep this place pretty well stocked.
When do I get to live the life of like a medieval mistress? Be of course given a little chalet and provided for. You just drop by whenever feels good. Kidding.
Mistress. Once is over,
Oh
smart
yeah,
guy.
the wives always had to actually stay with them and do important things. Mistress just got a fancy house and
Oh.
they live in wealth,
He's like, oh, well. I mean, I don't mind keeping a little secret every now and again.
Hmm.
Just gives it's like a playful nudge. Like, you know what I mean? It's very playfully.
What?
Nothing. And play fighting.
I mean, if we're play fighting, I have to put my coffee down.
You would. And you'd win.
She like picks up like does the sip like I'm not doing it though. Nah. Like the clear telegraph of no.
You'd win.
I'm told I'm absolutely vicious.
Yeah, it's probably because we start making out and I'd lose all track of what I was trying to do. It was a smirk over.
Yeah, probably. I'm grinning. Like, yeah, I'd do that.
But no, if I could get away with keeping you here for another while, I totally would take a chance.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Joel would
Have a
have a
connection.
mild seizure.
Sure. But then again, I'm getting a bit territorial over you, so it was a smirk.
I was over to for vacation anyways. Stretches the arms up like, ah.
Oh, I know. But like I said, just getting a bit territorial.
I remember us talking about the territorial thing, and you have the weirdest, not horrifying kind of territorial.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I mean, usually when a guy says I'm territorial, it means, oh, you work at a strip joint. I guess I'll just have to come in and punch anyone that looks at you. All those people giving you money, punching them. Gonna get myself thrown out, make a big scene,
No,
potentially lose your job. Territorial.
no. Just no. Just so offended. Just no. If anything, I'd just be like, well, you could just stay here for a while, that sort of thing. It was a spark,
You're gonna stay with me?
of course. I may not have to go out in and out for like business and shit,
Oh, business.
but I'd totally come back. considering I've already got my people looking into the nightclub. Pretty much, things are moving, beginning to move.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
BRB a second to go hit a button one time. I mean, the cabin's nice. You know, eventually, though, I'm gonna have to leave. Like,
I know.
not like leave, but, you know, the cabin.
Eventually. Gives a smirk.
Well, how long are you gonna keep me?
How long would you like to stay?
Like a playful lip bite. Well, I have at least a week of vacation time saved up.
I think we could push that to 2.
The two.
I think we could. It's very playful.
You know, sooner or later, one of us is just gonna die from exhaustion.
Probably.
Oh, definitely.
That'll be worth it.
What a way to go. Goes and finally climbs into his lap like, I am done with the coffee. Now I sit here. Dunk.
We can push it to 2. Could take you out to more places.
What happens when you run out of tourist traps?
He kind of leans in like it's a secret, that type of thing. I know plenty of places that aren't tourist trapped, that are just as beautiful and probably should be tourist trapped.
Well, why did you show me any of those?
Because I was proposing that you stay another while as an incentive.
Oh, I see.
See, don't reveal your best hand straight away, maybe.
You held back the good stuff.
Exactly. I gave you the nice taste. Lure you in.
Well, I know I could at least get Joel to give me 3 more days and call it a vacation.
Mm-hmm. Just gives a smirk.
She finally, reach up, start, the fingers through the hair type thing. Oh, hello. So, how many new places do you have? How much are you holding out on me?
I have a few. Mountain
Enough to
Trail.
fill up whole another week.
Oh, easily. I used to work in a wildlife preserve, so I know all the back roads. I'd go find a place and sit down there and watch over the landscape. It was actually really nice. Or there's like a waterfall. There's all sorts of things out there.
No, we are in the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'd be doing ourselves real injustice if I didn't see you playing at least one waterfall.
Exactly. Like I said, I could keep you here for as long as you need.
It's like the playfully thoughtful, like, I don't know, kind of, taps the lips. I think I could, maybe squeeze out 3 more days.
It's fine with me.
At least until my inner city girl starts screaming.
That's fair. So are you happy?
Keep asking.
I get nervous. It's a very genuine, it's a very genuine answer. I've been kind of nervous about it.
I'm smiling, aren't I?
Yeah, but people smile all the time, you know? Just gives a smile over.
I mean, I don't also feel as though I've been phoning in my participation in all of our activities.
No, you've been quite a good sport.
Hmm. So why would I be unhappy?
It's more, you just don't get used to it often. So, sometimes I just ask.
I mean, I guess better to ask than to not ask, but
Mm-hmm. Sorry if it's bothering you.
you really think people have it that hard being around you?
At times.
That's a terrible thing to think.
I was on my own for a while, so kind of antisocial, if you get me.
Well, I'd say you're doing pretty good at least, a one woman audience.
Ah, yeah, but that's you, though. And you're actually pretty nice to talk to.
And with that whole, listening and talking back part.
Mm-hmm. That and
Mm.
you're absolutely drop dead beautiful as well, so.
Flips one of the messy braids like, ah,
So it's, I find it easy to talk.
oh god.
I take it, you feel the same about me.
I do.
Oh. It's like a playful smirk.
I do. It's almost like I climbed up here of my own volition just to get a little bit closer. That's a little hip waggle. Not helping.
You gotta eventually, tell Jane that you snuck off here with me.
She kind of gives a shrug.
Just kind of gives her a sparkle. It's like again, it's like the idea amuses him.
I'm not dating Jane.
Wow, that that is the correct answer.
I mean, gossip is always well and good, but
That's why I didn't ask you to tell her about them.
I mean, I already asked. Seems like
Hmm.
you already asked. It's not like she doesn't know.
I mean, when I saw you, I ran it by her that it would be cool of me to flirt with you. I wasn't stepping on any toes or anything.
Well, there you go.
Maybe I'm just used to other people trying to pry into my business. That's all.
Gross.
Oh yeah, sucks ass.
Have you tried telling them to fuck off? Mind their own?
I've become just to take that stance, yeah.
Yeah, I find it works pretty well.
So, I talked to you about some of my stuff. Do you have anything like that back home? Stuff that you want to talk about?
Now that we're talking about it.
Kind of takes both our hands in his. I'll still listen if you need to, even if it's nothing.
Well, just a bit of a smile. I got to grow up in your pretty generic kind of crummy American home. Not anything really to shake a stick at. You know, You get in fights with your brother. You get in fights with your parents. Your parents even get in fights with each other once in a while. Just enough to freak you out. Not enough to actually leave.
And moving up to Richmond, that kind of been easy on you.
I mean, it was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, you know?
Yeah.
It seemed like such a big deal to leave home. Like, really leave home, you know, not just move out of your folks' place. But I got up there and Jane was there, and you know, for the first night, it was really good. Just felt like I was in the right place. And she kind of gives a light shrug. Not looking straight at him anymore, kind of looking past him, just perched on his lap, you know, like facing him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just kind of looking past off at whatever catches her eye. And of course, next morning, Ash didn't show up, and I figured she slept in, and then I figured she forgot, but then she didn't answer her phone, and I got worried, you know, and then by the next day, she's a missing person, and then for the next 2 days, you're just kind of praying anything will happen, because they say the first 24 hours or 48 hours, if you're going to find him at all, it's then.
Yeah. He gives a sympathetic nod.
They never turned up anything. So I don't know. I don't even know why I stayed in Richmond at that point, except that Ash really wanted me to be there. I was broke from moving, and it's not like going home was any better.
And I know Joel treated you good, but nothing happened to you on those deals you did for him or anything, right?
Oh, what the deliveries? No. No, at worst, like, people give you a really pervy look. There are rules.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, he puts a hand on her face. It's very gentle. Just being a bit protective.
No, none of my deliveries ever went weird.
Okay. If anything does happen, tell me, right?
I mean, I'm gonna have to call someone crying.
Okay. Because I come and take care of you.
Just the quirk of a smile, like, "Aw." Yeah, if something happened, I'd call you, assuming I had any access to a phone. Of course I would.
Okay. It's just, like I said, this is my version of territorial, which is protectiveness.
I think I can cope with that. But yeah, no, it wasn't the move itself was rough. I mean, Ash came down and we drove the big moving truck all the way up to Richmond and had a good time listening to terrible music and
And just,
hotboxing the moving van. Grins
just,
over.
we just her disappearing.
Yeah, we made her off.
Just nods. Okay.
Yeah. The girls were great, and Joel was great, and I was a wreck.
I'm glad.
Which part?
They took care of you. Same way as I'm going to be taking care of you.
You really planning to do all that?
Take care of you? What do you think I'm doing right now? You look particularly stressed out. Thought I'd give you like a couple of days away. So, I think I'm already taking the first steps.
Very cleverly done, sir, masking it as a vacation.
I do try.
And the selfish impulse. Are you sure you actually planned it ahead as a protective thing?
It was just my own impulse. I needed a break, and I saw you, and knew you needed it too. That I wasn't about to let the person who's been admittedly growing on me a lot feel left out if she found out I had come to a place like this. So, what do you think about?
I think. She like reaches over, like, let me smooth your shirt, sir. I think you put way too much thought into it.
Why is that?
But I also think it's really sweet that you thought of me.
It's almost like Maisie is running a hand along her arm and growing very fond of you.
Very fond.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty serious.
Considering I'm here going, Maisie, you may have like an extra 3 days, but if I wanted to, I could keep you here for another week.
You think so?
Oh, I know, so.
Did like the lip bite, like, oh yeah, eh? She's being immature. It's early, man, and by early I mean it's like early afternoon because she slept way in.
Physicality aside, definitely good.
Hmm.
But only if you wanted to. Very important.
You're tempting me, and that's not fair.
I mean, it's tempting to kind of lay out some facts.
I mean, the way you're laying them out, yeah.
Oh, good. And he just leans forward, like eye locking her. Because fuck it. I want you to stay.
That's cheating.
I know.
I mean, admittedly, she does what comes natural, and after a bit of a lip bite, like, does go in for the just boom.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he reciprocates. It's just I'll have to pop out every now and again for business. But I'll come back.
We can definitely do another 3 days.
Well, why don't you let me talk to Joel? There's a slight smirk on his face. After all, I'm going to need your expert opinion on things.
You know, you keep this up, I'm not going to be able to afford my rent.
How much money do you have saved?
Oh, more than enough. She grins like, eh.
Maybe. You could move prematurely then.
I didn't just commute all the way to Richmond until I'm officially moved.
Maybe.
No. You know, she leans in. She's just like, yo, fuck it. We got in danger close once. We're just going to stay here now. This is where I live. Your airspace. You know, 2 hours is a hell of a commute.
It is.
And it'll take time for your club to be ready to open.
It won't take that long.
Well, you got to get it first.
Oh, don't you worry. It's just the benefits of having a boyfriend who's effectively, in the line of work I'm in. We'll have it. Do some respec. And then you'll be ready to go. So, it all depends.
I'd say what's in it for me, but almost not what's in it for me.
What's in it for you? He's got an eyebrow raised like, oh.
It's a broad smile. Well, I guess you could always talk to Joel.
Do you want me to?
I mean, it's a lot of moving to do, but as long as there's a place I can afford to stay and, you know, eventually the work comes back so I can continue to afford to stay.
Well, even if it doesn't, I can help you spot some money to make sure it does, even if there is a delay.
And you're going to be my sugar daddy?
I'll be the one that's taking care of you.
I mean, yes, if you'd like to divorce all the fun out of it.
He leans over and pecks her on the cheek.
Why would you do something that crazy? Like, I mean, the vacation's great, and I appreciate that you haven't been asking me to foot like even half the bill for all the tours and everything, but
You just reach over, it's puts a finger on her lip. It's I don't got long in life in the line of work I'm in. If I stay in it, maybe I'm looking for somebody who can help me get out properly.
it's still a lot, Anton. Like, legitimately offering to handle rent. That's
If it comes to it, I
I
don't mind
know,
you.
but even if it comes to it, that is a lot.
I don't mind giving you a hand.
I'm beginning to think you're just triple secretly loaded and wouldn't even miss it.
I've got some money laid away.
Not like a pirate whore. Leans in a little bit, like just to touch noses.
Yeah, my criminal pirate hoard that I keep.
I suppose a criminal horde makes more sense, but pirates are more fun.
But like I said, Maisie, I eventually want to get out of this. Maybe I just want to have the right person with me when I do.
Not seriously?
What?
Where do we go?
Wherever?
I mean, it'd have to be somewhere pretty far as deep in as you are.
I think I can think of a few places that I can steal you away.
Once you're out,
Mm-hmm.
only just a little nose wrinkle comes in like, the mock suspicious. Doing an awful lot of work to dig in. Someone trying to get out.
I've got my ways. Maybe sometimes you have to commit to something when you commit to it. But by creating little things like this with you, it shows me that I can step away. And it doesn't feel like foreign soil. But I know that could be a bit much for a person, so I'm sorry if I overwhelmed you.
I mean, it's a lot, but you and Ash are about the only things that are going to pin me down anywhere, so.
Mm-hmm. Leans over. I think I've laid the bigger claim.
Well, no, that's not very nice. You're not even on the same wavelength anymore.
No, there's a smile, but I'm cheating, and I don't care.
Is she trying to get out too?
Eventually, she hasn't seen the things I've seen, so she hasn't realized when the time eventually comes before the proverbial bullet comes. But she's working on it. I'm slowly trying to help her gain that perspective too. But he like pulls her in, so it's kind of like a hug, but it's also kind of oddly fragile, but yet intimate. I'd like to stop having nightmares, even if it's just for a while.
And actually, that's a good question. How much has he had nightmares there with her?
Second night they came. And he wasn't freaking out or like leaping out of the bed, but she noticed. He'd get up and he'd be sweating. Probably happened again on the third night. Not as severe, but definitely woke up in a cold sweat. I actually come back to bed and all that, but went to get a drink of water, have a cigarette, and then got. Do you know what I mean?
Also, to clear the house. Very
Yeah.
small cabin, thankfully.
Yeah, but. Do you know what I mean?
Not that she'd necessarily notice.
Yeah, exactly. Not that she needed, but yeah, essentially clear the house. But to her, it looked like he was getting out. Like she heard the tap running and all that.
You ever tried to do anything about him?
What's there to do?
She gives a light shrug. A lot of times, I mean, I guess I've heard you also get them from eating the wrong food at night, but usually nightmares are either because of something that's already happened or something you're afraid is going to happen.
Yeah, it's a combination of both for me.
This is going to sound like some hippie bullshit, but if you can kind of, come to terms with those things, either the ones you're afraid of or the ones that already happened, it does help.
You'll just touch your face and get ready for the smoothness, Katie. Would you be able to help me with that?
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
And stay.
All right, I'm staying.
Really?
Mm. Like I said, I'll eventually need to go back, even if it's just a move, but I can stay for a while. Especially if you want to help me convince Joel.
Well, how am I going to convince him?
I don't know. I've been working my ass off there since I moved up. First, because I just needed anything else to do and think about, and because, I mean, the only people I hang out with are my proverbial coworkers. So,
And he wouldn't, would he let you just walk away from it?
I mean, isn't he involved in whatever you're doing here?
Mm-hmm.
Not that it matters. If I wanted to leave, I just quit, I just
Mm-hmm.
never wanted to.
Now.
Well, now I have anything else I'd maybe like to do and other places I'd like to see. So,
Oh.
I mean, you said you could easily fill a week. I think you might be harder pressed to fill, like months.
You'd be surprised what I'm capable of.
I mean, there's only so much square footage out here.
Sure, but there's plenty of other towns. He just gives a wink.
Yeah, but by then, wouldn't I be working for you and need to go to work?
True. I mean, like I said, I could just keep you out here like a mistress.
I think I'd eventually die of the shame of not footing any of the bills myself.
No, I'd let you work.
Private shows only.
Maybe.
Gonna need a bigger cabin.
I think we could fix that.
Or at least a bigger living room. Kind of glances around. Tell she's literally scanning like, I couldn't put a pole in this. Jesus.
No, I'd let you do your thing. Let you dance for whoever. Just as long as you were there for me. Oh, this is fast and all that. It's just like I said.
Yeah, it's pretty fast.
Well, you're agreeing with it. So you must be in the same position as I am.
Well, at least you have roots.
True. Is that the only reason?
Some lip chewing. I mean, on the one hand, it's all completely crazy, but on the other hand, doesn't every couple do this?
Yeah.
Talk about all the crazy things they're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
even if they're ridiculous and unrealistic.
Wouldn't say they're all unrealistic.
Well, I didn't mean her specifically, but things like, we're going to get together and then, we're going to move to this state or whatever and buy a house and have 3.5 kids and be famous for, I don't know, whatever. Kind of like waves a hand.
Well,
It's just streaming together. It's not a bad thing.
well, he reaches over for the whatever telephone thing. That actually no, he takes out his own phone. He just puts a finger on her lips. May you ring Joel, but you have to be quiet.
A bit of a smirk, but she sits there like, oh, no problem.
And he just put the phone to his ear.
Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, one second. Let me.
Summon Antonio Banderas.
Gotta summon Antonio Banderas. Epic level spell. And I'll tell you this, Anton. I have no idea what intentions you have during this call. Thankfully,
I'm not
Maisie
dealing
is
with Susie.
not as bad as Susie.
Yeah, thank God. No, I imagine
No.
she just gets a kick out of it.
No, she might play around just a little bit, but she's not actually gonna go for. She's not gonna go for the soul, as it were. Just a little bit of little wiggle here, little oh, don't mind me. I'm just gonna do this but it's all fair compared to Susie. It's so easy to deal with. No, she's just being a little bit obnoxious. But very careful to keep her mouth tightly shut. Does not keep her from smiling. And yeah, fuck it. You make a call. And after a ring or two, Joel speaking.
Hi, Joel. It's Anton.
Ah, Anton, my friend. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm giving you an update that we have acquired, well, our first signing of the new potential business. My people are running it over as we speak.
Oh, this
Should
is very fortunate.
We should have the takeover done in a couple of days, depending. Well, I'll know. They'll ring me once they give me the full details and all that.
Take over. Very bold.
Well, it's how some business is done here, and it's the business our organization knows best.
Hope you already have your connections then. Or you're just going for a buyout.
Oh well, I'm getting the numbers, so I'll know which path to choose once I get a full overview of the club and its capabilities. Better to play the field after all, rather than jump in.
Very good, very good. Now have
But I,
your
won't-
connections been going? Your face man, all of this.
I have put my best man on it. He's our middleman, and he's got a lot of connections in the right area, and I've put our accountant on it with him. So the two of them together should make some magic.
Wonderful.
But I was calling you in regards to Maisie.
Oh, I hope
Well,
everything is all right out there.
oh, of course, absolutely. She's having a blast. I was wondering something. If we are being gentlemen to gentlemen after all.
Of course.
Well, I've always been a straight shooter, and you've been a straight shooter with me. I think it's pretty obvious a man like yourself has seen the connection developing between her and I.
I cannot help but notice that you are constantly eating up our vacation days, yeah.
Well, how much would it take to, of course, with her having to be transferred over to our, or, her preference and all that, but how much would it reimburse you if I helped organize a pre-transfer for that?
What
What would I have?
asking?
Basically, it's like it's basically the understanding that basically Macy's now with us, but we're still getting our club opened and all that. So she's probably going to be still working at your place. But what would I have to do, like either a favor or extra cash to get that basically in the works? You know what I mean?
Well, we are still going into this as partners, yes.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I have no intention of changing the deal. I'm just asking, what would this take to make this an add-on to the deal?
You want Maisie to be one of the girls you take with you, yes?
Of course.
You know, in light of our sterling work relationship, I do not see that this would be any great trouble.
All right.
Besides, at worst, I do this favor for you. Perhaps I need a favor later.
Exactly. And I'd be more than happy to easily pay it back.
No, in that case, I suppose do what you like. He hears some clattering. Good 2 weeks of paid time off that she can run out before she even needs to worry about starting working. But it does put quite a short time span on your acquiring this new place if you want her to be able to work.
Oh, we move fast in my group, so that's why I'm giving you the sit rep now, and we'll be taking a much more aggressive approach either whether it's a buyout or a hostile action. We move quick. That's one of the advantages of our organization.
Well then, I suppose enjoy your time. I will make sure that the next schedule It reflects the change.
Thank you. And whatever favor you need, I'll be happy to reimburse.
Well then, you two enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, he just very calmly hangs up the phone, looking over at Maisie throughout this entire exchange.
Been making eye contact with her the whole time.
Yep.
Let me do. No, fucking, we're not swapping. Just mouths as he's like, yeah, oh yeah, well, till next time, blah blah blah. Like goes to hang up, and she's mouthing the like, "Are you insane?" Like, oh my god, this is the big,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Well,
Wow, it almost sounded like a hostage exchange.
what do you mean?
Oh well, I mean, after all, it could reimburse him. This little shoulder waggle, like, ooh.
Well, I do have you here, all to myself.
So you do. Apparently, indefinitely. Which means things are going to get really, really comical once this Airbnb runs out.
I can extend the date.
Oh, well,
Or, yeah, I could extend the date easy. Unless you want to go somewhere else.
I mean, this is a nice cabin, and I mean, it'd be a lot of work to do all the things we've done in the various places in this house and another one. So,
Well, there you go then. Your hostage location is still going to be the same.
if this is what it's like to be held hostage, I should have started this years ago.
It's because I've been playing nice.
Ooh, does that ever stop?
Would you like it to?
Maybe.
Well, we'll see. But I know I've been asking it a lot. But this, after a talk like that, you know,
I'm gonna ask if I'm still happy.
yeah.
I encouraged you to make the call in the first place, Anton.
I know. Like I said, it's just after an exchange like that. It's just,
I mean, I'm not gonna say it wasn't weird. It was pretty weird. Like, looks over like, no, but seriously, it was actually pretty weird.
Weird.
What? It did sound like a hostage exchange. Leans in.
Maybe I have taken you hostage.
This is the best hostage scenario I've ever heard of.
Or maybe that's what it sounds like when somebody's laid claim and they are very straightforward and direct about it.
Also possible.
I mean, why fuck around?
I mean, usually to preserve things like working relationships or family
I mean,
relationships or
If you notice,
friendly relationships or whatever.
did we sound unfriendly?
No, it was very businesslike.
Mm-hmm. He's a straight shooter. So am I. That's why we respect each other. He knows I wouldn't sugarcoat him on a deal, and he won't in turn sugarcoat me.
Well, I mean, she finally kind of displays the hand.
Plus, I'm not going to lie. Like, I mean, he gets right up there, like eye to eye. I was playing to win. Because winning means you.
Kind of leans in a little bit in return. Doing the, all right, but. So does that make me the prize?
Yeah.
I I can get used to this.
Like I said, I like Clem, and I took it.
You know, if you're not careful, I'm just going to end up utterly spoiled and never lift a finger again. I'll need very expensive manicures.
Oh well. Eventually, we'll get you back to work. But maybe I like spoiling. Maybe I just like doing this.
Well, it's either that or I'm like the best bath bomb dealer ever. Because don't lie to me. You like them. Points.
I do. I'm not gonna deny it.
Hmm?
I'm not gonna deny it. He's like, no, I do.
Oh, there you go. And I know where to get the best.
I could tell you the best feature I do like of you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
What's that?
your eyes.
Didn't even go for the hair.
I mean, you already knew I loved the hair,
I did.
but no, you like. It's odd. It's like he just leans her face down to look into his. You're so alive.
I mean, the alternative isn't really attractive, so yeah, that's the one I go for.
Want your eyes being alive?
Hmm. Have you ever actually tried to talk to someone or watch someone or do anything with someone who has dead eyes?
Oh, Maisie. Oh, Maisie.
What?
She gets to see it. Of course he
What?
has. Anton's talked to some people with very dead eyes.
Yes, he has. She's just like playfully bantering about like that would be the worst, and and Anton, what kind of face does she get?
Look, there they go. The picture to, I think it's to my right. It's not the one where he's leaning. It's the other one, not the. It's the more closed up one.
What?
Nothing.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Well, none of that here. Like grabs, gets the cheeks. The oh no, 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 none of that here.
I try not to. Just fuck. I'm gonna lay it out now. Some days that can get bad. I would never. And she can see the importance of that, like never hurt you. It's just some days it can hit.
I mean, of course.
I just want you to know I would never.
I know.
Okay. It's just I'm just giving you a pre-warning. It just can just hit me out of nowhere.
Okay, just I could. All good.
All right. I just don't want you to be unexpected, and I don't want you to think I'm some sort of freak or something.
I mean, if the whole, I'm a super mob boss thing didn't work, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna work either. So, no, I'm saying.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Besides, I've already. I can handle it.
Okay. And if I recover and see you, I'll take care of you in return.
Here's hoping I don't need it.
I'll still do it anyway.
Okay.
It's a bit overprotective. And like I said, Maisie, that look he gives your eyes. Your eyes are alive.
Okay, there's the little smile, cause all putty.
So, see, just gives her a smile. I decided to keep it. And now that I have you for a very long period of time, he just eases up with her in his arms.
Oh, he's hoisted there's the awkward like squawking noise that always happens.
We're going back to bed.
Oh. Wow. Just the oh. Well, all right then. Oh.
And I'll call the people and let them know that we can extend this.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
then.
Fuck it.
Yeah. Hey, he just starts walking in with her.
But I imagine that is call for a
Yes.
face fight.
Yes.
All right. Then we will call it there, young man.